I'm the big man, attorney Joey Franks from Big Man Law here in Jackson, Mississippi, and we got another Judge Middleton video for you. But I have a favor to ask of you before we get into it. If you would, leave the town that you're in and the state that you're in the comments. That's it. Would mean the world to us because we want to know every little small town that everybody is watching from. We're just super curious. Yeah, YouTube kind of will tell us you're in Miami, but we want to know really where you are, and that would be awesome if you'd help us out with that. Also wanted to cover two things real quick. Their definitions: PR bond and PV hearing. PR bond is a personal recognizance bond, and what that means is when a person gets out of jail, they don't have to actually pay a bond. They sign a piece of paper that says, I'm going to come back, I'll do everything I'm supposed to do, thank you for letting me out. And the PV hearing is a parole or probation violation hearing. Here it's going to be a probation violation hearing. Parole, we think of the guys that are in the penitentiary and stuff like that. This guy's not dealing with a penitentiary situation, so he's going to be a little bit better off any which way you cut the pie. But take a look at Middleton, and we'll be right back.
Good afternoon, sir. Are you Nicholas Shane Marshall?
Yes, sir.
I'm
Good
Judge
afternoon,
Middleton.
you too.
Judge
How you doing?
Patterson was handling your case. It's an old case.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with it because it's 2017. I know I was banning drugs back then, but in the last 3 years I've been doing good, working at the same spot. I didn't even know this was coming until they came and got me at work.
All right, well, let's talk about it.
Yeah.
The file number is 172101FY. The handsome gentleman here with me who's on the screen is Mr. Keith Stickley. He's the Chief Public Defender.
How you doing?
You were charged way back in 2017, Trooper Matt Berry, with possession of methamphetamine as a second or subsequent offense, possession of marijuana, and receiving, concealing stolen property. The charges were all dismissed, and you pled guilty to a charge of use of methamphetamine. That's a misdemeanor. Judge Patterson did the sentence. Let me get to the judgment. You were supposed to be testing at the day reporting center. You didn't show up for your pre-exam. Then we caught up with you. And you entered a plea. We brought you back somewhere where the bonding company got you.
Yeah, back in 2017. Yeah, I remember that.
Here's the judgment. Here it is, got a stamp on it. All right, the Judge Patterson sentenced you to use of methamphetamine. He gave you 90 days, credit 8, leaving 82 days to serve, and he deferred 82 days. He put you on a probation where you were to comply with the terms of the probation and test and do treatment. You never even showed up for your intake. After you did the sentence,
I
we
went
never
right
saw
there.
you. Never saw you again.
No, I walked from this jail to that place, and then I walked to LaGrange.
Well, then we never saw you again. So you never did your probation. You never tested, and Judge Patterson's holding 82 days of jail over your head. So I suspect he's going to order the rest of the 82 days of jail.
Okay.
So let's get some info. How did you get arrested last night?
Well, yesterday I was at work. I work at Midwest Tool in Cutlery in Sturgis. Been there for a year and a half. They arrested me. I didn't know nothing about the warrant. I was compliant, went with them, and came here. Other than that, I've been down the right path, got a house, got my son back, custody of my son. He's in LaGrange right now. I already get custody of my daughter. So I really can't afford 82 days of jail time. Is there any other way we can work this around, like finish my probation that I needed to do, or?
No, he
Is that
might
able-
just give you 365 days in jail. They don't get it. You just don't show up, go AWOL for 8
Yeah, I
years.
was down deep, homeless and drugs, I know.
So
I've been
I
working
don't
on the
know
right
what
path.
Judge Patterson would do with this. You're now living in Michigan.
No, I'm living on 509 East Spring Street, LaGrange.
No, you live in Indiana. That's a problem.
Yeah, but I
Uh,
have transportation, I'm not homeless. So I know I could do it a whole lot better this time around than last time.
yeah. Well, the problem is you don't just get a free pass. Well,
I
sorry.
know, yeah, I'm
So
sorry about that.
I don't know what he's gonna want to do, but I'm gonna leave it up to him. I'm going to give you a bond.
Okay,
He might not do this. Grant a bond of $1,000 cash or surety. They reside in Indiana. You're still on probation.
am I? So how do
Well,
I
you
know
were
about
placed
that?
on, you were placed on probation and then you promptly split. But the probation was never revoked. Judge Patterson said, if you don't what I asked you to do, I'm gonna give you 82 more days in jail. So you didn't do what he asked you to do. And he's likely to give you 82 days in jail. But I'm gonna let him hear your story.
Appreciate that, Judge.
And if you don't show up, we'll arrest you and set the bond at about 10 billion. We'll just deny the bond. In fact, I thought about denying the bond here. But this warrant is 8 years old. You're in a different place than you were 8 years ago.
Whole lot different place.
But you don't get a freebie. You don't just blow it off.
I know that.
So I'm
I know
gonna
that.
set this for a PV hearing with attorney Christine Yancey. She can no longer be your attorney.
Okay,
I don't yet know what the date is. So your bond is I'm not gonna give you a PR bond. I think we forfeited a bond through the bonding company. Yeah, we did. You
and then you
posted
gave
a
me
bond.
$2.
So. And set a hearing. Maintain your employment at Midwest Tool.
I gotta be there tomorrow.
All right, they're gonna give you the information with your attorney's name and number on it. It isn't Ms. Yancey anymore because she's no longer on the contract. But we'll get a lawyer for you. I'll leave Judge Patterson the thorny choice. If I just canceled your bond, you would have just got 82 days in jail. You lost your job, you may lose your house, you still might. This is called,
Yeah, I appreciate it.
went back to,
At least you give me things to put in order until then.
all right, so I don't want you to make me look bad and not show up for your court hearing. So if you post the bond, I want you to appear at the date they give you and contact your attorney.
I will.
All right. Do you have any questions?
No, Judge, I appreciate it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so Middleton is classic Middleton, nice guy all the way. it gets a little sideways with him just a little bit because this is an 8-year-old case and this guy has slid off of everyone's radar. I mean, it's kind of impressive, but he's got to pay the piper at this point. He's got 82 days hanging over his head. He didn't jump through all the hoops for the terms and conditions of his probation, so he's got to go and do it now. And Middleton does him a solid. He gives him a bond. The guy's getting back out. He's gotten on a pretty good path. You know, he's got a good job. He's got his kids. He's got a mortgage, doing great. I mean, I'm pretty proud for the guy. But he's still got to square up for stuff from 8 years ago, unfortunately. And I know a lot of people are saying, well, those charges, they aren't just charges. He took a plea on that. So that's what he's having to square up on. If they were just charges that have been pending, there's some case law out there that would get that dismissed, but that's not where we are right now. So Middleton is dinging him a little bit. And Middleton also kicks it back over to the other judge, Judge Patterson. We don't know what Judge Patterson's like. Haven't seen him on the channel. If you know anything about him, it'd be awesome if you'd let us know. But he kicks him over to there. And it's going to get kicked down the road. So what Patterson ends up doing, I don't know. Love to hear your thoughts on that too, but here's mine. I think Patterson's probably going to order the guy to serve a weekend in jail or something, and then let him pick back up on his probation and go jump through everything, because if he's not doing anything illegal and he's got everything lined out like he said, then it ought to be a breeze. I enjoyed it as always, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Be good.